A 6-week trip. We're on our way. We start with Philly fame. We witnessed history everywhere and ended with a game. Welcome back to my travel window and our 6-week Adventure Travelogue 2022. From our home in Washington, we flew to the D.C. area and picked up a young traveling companion for the first leg of our journey, which will have 4 stops: Philadelphia, Newport, Rhode Island, Richmond, Maine, and Bar Harbor, Maine. We're traveling by plane, train, and automobile. We're staying in hotels, a bed and breakfast, and Airbnbs. We'll have major sites we want to see, but time to explore new things. With each stop along the way, I'll describe how we got here, what we saw, and what we learned that would help other travelers. I'll give a quick history of where we chose to stay, what we saw, and what we might do differently next time. So why Philadelphia? First, it ticks off one more item on my bucket list. My goal is to go to all 30 Major League ballparks. Philadelphia became the 20th ballpark on my list, leaving me only 10 to go. Second, my wife had never been there. She wanted to see the Liberty Bell and a few of the major historical sites in Constitution Square. Lastly, we wanted to share these things with our younger companion as well, and wanted to add things of interest to her. So we added in the Benjamin Franklin Museum and the Franklin Institute, which is a giant hands-on science museum where you can walk through a human heart or brain, visit a planetarium, or engage in literally dozens of science-based educational activities. Not wanting to deal with city traffic or parking, we elected to take an Amtrak train on a 2-hour journey to Philly. The cost was $200 for the 3 of us, reasonable but very crowded way to travel. Being from the western U.S. and having traveled by train frequently in Europe, we were really looking forward to this part of the journey. But my romanticized view of train travel in the U.S. was quickly shattered by the harsh reality of sold-out trains, no assigned seating, only 10 to 15 minutes of time for everyone to board, stow luggage, and find seats. We were initially not able to find 3 seats together, but eventually another passenger moved and allowed us to get close enough as a group. Once we navigated the boarding process, the trip itself was smooth and comfortable. I give the trains an A, the boarding process a C. We generally prefer Airbnb to a hotel. They're cheaper, feel more like home, and are located in residential parts of the city. But they require more research and are quirkier. As you can see from pictures here, the place was good for us. But we were unsure of the safety of walking the neighborhood, so we ordered 3 of our meals to be delivered. Usually, we use public transit in cities, preferring trains or subways and using buses when necessary, but this case we elected to take taxi and Uber everywhere. In all, we took 6 such trips over the course of the 48 hours we were in the city. Total cost for the 3 of us of about $100. I would recommend everything we did, but try to pick a cooler time if you can. We melted in the humid August heat, but the view from the stadium at sunset was the picture of the day. Next stop, Newport, Rhode Island. Until then, safe travels.